In screenwriting, one of the first things they teach you is that in a feature-length film, which on average is 190 minutes nowadays, you have 10 pages to hook your audience. That translates out to about 10 minutes of screen time. 10 minutes. And how your audience views those first 10 minutes will determine their opinion of the rest of the film. 10 measly minutes. 10 minutes to keep your audience engaged for the rest of the 180. 10 minutes to determine whether you are on your way to the biggest blockbuster of the year or the biggest box office fail. Based on those numbers compared to the length of this video, I've probably already used up my 10 pages. So, do I have your attention or did I lose you? If you're still here, hi, I'm Jessie, and despite the screenwriting fact at the beginning, this video is not about films, though I do like them and I do study them. This video is about books and booktube channels, more specifically mine, why I'm starting one, and why you should subscribe to me. The number one reason I'm starting this channel is the booktube videos are long. I plan to keep my videos at an average of 20 minutes. If that's not enough of a reason for you to stay or go, here's a few more to get to know me and help you make your decision. First and foremost, second, I'm making this channel for people like me. People who feel like there isn't really another channel or account for them. For people like them who don't really read romance or fantasy or the intersection of the two. I feel like right now the entire reading industry is being targeted towards people, mostly of the female variety, who predominantly read romance, fantasy, or the intersection of the two, romantasy. If you look at the most popular booktube and book talk videos from 2023, the majority of them fall into one of those three genres. If you look on Etsy for a reading journal and you click on any given one and you take a look at what the review pages look like, more likely than not, you will find a section to log either the trope and or the spice level of the book. Don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against those genres or people who like to read primarily romance. And being honest, I do sometimes enjoy a good romantic subplot, but otherwise it's just not for me. I don't want the entire goal of the book to be a couple getting together. I'm sure that I'm not the only person who feels this way. It feels like there's not a lot of options out there, so I wanted to be an option. If I don't like romance, fantasy, or romantasy, what do I like then? I like dark academia, which I know is very popular right now, and I have no problem with that. Please write more dark academia, any authors out there. I like thrillers, mysteries, including cozy mysteries, which I recently found because I got a Kindle for Christmas, and I've been reading a lot of cozy mysteries through Kindle Unlimited. I like dramas. I like soft fantasy, like The House in the Cerulean Sea, or my cozy mysteries have friendly ghosts in them sometimes, and I like that. I like mythological retellings. I like historical fiction, especially books that revolve around real events that happened mainly in World War I and World War II. Those are super interesting to me. The wars themselves were terrible, but the technological innovations that happened because of them are very interesting. Did you know that the tank was first invented because of World War I? Now you do. Third, I guess, this channel is for people who are interested in slowly and mindfully building their bookshelf. Have you ever watched one of those booktube videos where they sit in front of their 3-pane bookshelf that is just fully stocked and perfectly organized? And you're like, number one, wow, I'm poor. And then number two, oh my gosh, they've read hundreds of books in the past couple years, and I've read maybe 300 my entire life. So I'm making this channel to help remind people that it's okay and completely realistic to only have a few books. This bookshelf behind me has 3 shelves. It's every book I own, save for some old books from my childhood that are in a box under my bed. It doesn't make sense to me to buy that many books at once that you're not even certain you'll like. and then to get rid of them a few months later. I swear this isn't hating on anyone. I feel like we are either on the verge of or in the very beginning stages of overconsumption when it comes to books. And we will soon be starting to see what the effects of that are. There's nothing wrong with owning books and buying books. I own books, I buy books. I've bought books this year that I hadn't read previously and I haven't read yet, but they were all used. Save for 3. 3 of them were not used, but they were super cute. This channel is for people who love the library and prefer going to the library over the bookstore. It's for people looking to discover more of what you can get out of a library. All of the amazing things that they offer free of charge just with your library card. And I can show you all about them. The biggest reason I'm creating this channel is for people who are tired of reading being made to feel like a competition. I can't tell you how many videos I saw on my YouTube feed this December with I read 150, 200 plus books this year. And it's just insane. I don't feel like it's feasible even. Like, what else are you doing? Do you not have... I feel like the rise of BookTok and Goodreads goals have... It feels like all of the fun has been sucked out of reading. Like, yeah, it's still fun, but you're reading to meet a goal. And I'm doing this because I got sucked into it. I rejoined Goodreads in 2022, and I set my goal at 30 books. I read 20, but so many of those were just short little books that I had to read really fast in order to meet my goal, or listening to audiobooks that I didn't even like because I wanted to meet my goal. Last year, I read 4 books. I was really disappointed in myself because I'd had my goal set at 30 and I came nowhere near, and I read less than a quarter of what I'd read the previous year. But then I watched this one video that reminded me why I read, why I got back into it in the first place. Enjoyment, escape. I don't need to meet my Goodreads goal. I am not any more or less of a person because I did or didn't meet it. There's no need to continually raise the bar from last year, trying to be better this year. Immediately after I watched that video, I did exactly what she had done. I changed my Goodreads goal to 1 book. And I achieved it. I was over by 3, actually. I'm making this channel because reading is not a competition. It's not a race. It's not even a skill that you have to master. It's a hobby. It's something to do for fun. You don't need to read as many books as everyone on booktube and BookTok. I'm making this channel to be a voice in the crowd of speed readers, reminding you it's okay to take your time. It's okay to be a slow reader, or just to read slowly to enjoy the book for longer. It's okay if you only read 4 books this year, because I'll be cheering you on for just picking up 1. I'll be cheering you on as you go at your own pace, and I go at mine. And I hope that you will join me on this journey. This is empty. It's been empty like the entire time. This is actually like, I finished editing the video already, and I had to come back and reshoot this. So